Good morning, everybody. This is Algebra 1 class with Mr. Hennessy, and as you can see, Peppa Pig has overtaken the cameraman position, along with help from the robot. Luke, you did a great job, but you can't be here today. Anyway, so here we go with the lesson today. All right, so basically today is going to be some review. You guys did pretty decent on your quizzes, but I want to go over a couple of things that seem like you might have a little trouble with. All right, the first thing is the axis. It's actually called the axis of symmetry. Is this dotted line that splits a parabola exactly in half. And the way that when they ask for what it is, if you're looking at a graph, you just see where that dotted line goes through. It's always going to be vertical. It goes through 1, 2. It goes through at x equals 2, and so the axis of symmetry would be x equals 2. All right, the vertex is where the curve in the parabola occurs right here. And so again, you would look at your graph. It goes over 2, up 2 is where the vertex is. The zeros are where the parabola crosses the x-axis. In this case, it crosses at 1 and at 3. Sometimes it doesn't cross at all. If the parabola was up here instead, then there would be no zeros. You just put none. The other thing about this parabola is it opens down, and so this parabola would have y equals negative ax squared plus whatever, but the a would be a negative because it goes down. So a quick review on some things when you're doing your work today. I hope that helps you. Second thing is I wanted to show you finding the axis and the vertex on a more difficult problem, so that when you hit these, you don't get like, oh wow, I can't do this, because yes, you can. All right, so the axis, you always use a rotten banana over 2 apples. That's how I remember it. It helps me. So I'm going to take the opposite of whatever b is. So the opposite of negative 6 is a positive 6. Boy, is that a mistake a lot of people make. The other thing is you have to go 2 times your a. So the a is negative 2, and you have to multiply it by 2. So 2 times negative 2 would give you negative 4. So when you did this, I would change it to a decimal. It makes it easier. It's going to change to negative 1.5. And when you go to find your vertex, the first thing you do is you take this answer for the axis and you put it here. The second thing you do is take your negative 1.5, and we're going to plug it into this equation. And I'm going to do it over here because there's a little bit more room. Okay. So what I would do is I would plug it in there. Y equals negative 2 times negative 1.5 squared minus 6 times 1.5, and then plus 3. Now, this is really, really important. See, I missed a negative right there. Double check. Make sure you've written this in here right. This is usually the biggest mistake people make. All right, so y equals negative 2. Negative 1.5 times negative 1.5 is a positive 2.25 minus 6 times a negative 1.5 is going to be plus 9. You can use your calculators if you need to, plus 3. Okay, now I still need to do this part. Negative 2 times 2.25 is negative 4.5. Copy down the plus 9 plus 3. So y equals negative 4.5 plus 9 would be a positive 4.5, and then add 3, and that would give me 7.5. And this is what I want. That means that my parabola, which I know heads down, I know that the vertex is at negative 1.5, 7.5. So maybe up here somewhere, and I know that the parabola heads down now. So that's information, and then this, of course, would be my axis of symmetry. Those are the kind of things you need to know to help you with your homework today. If you have questions, it's between 12 and noon you can ask. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy the snow. Build a snowman. Bye.